8 giant monsters that live in the sea. Number 8 is the Leviathan. The Leviathan was a large sea serpent that was mentioned time and time again in scrolls, folklore, and song. It was even mentioned over a dozen times in the Bible and is often depicted in a negative light by Christianity, Judaism, and even some Asian religions. While some believe that these creatures are embodiments of evil, others depict them as just another sea animal. The origin of the story also will determine whether the creature has any supernatural powers or not. Some use the term as a general name for any large sea creature, including whales such as Moby Dick. Giant sea serpents like the Leviathan may have been based on large extinct snakes such as the Gigantophis or Titanoboa. These reptiles grew to be over 12 meters long and would be a terrifying discovery to any sailor. The facts of this case are that the animal or creature involved is the Leviathan. It was a giant sea serpent, and it happened all over the world in every ocean around the biblical times. Number 7. The Kraken. Like the gigantic octopus, the Kraken has never been seen, nor has its existence been proven. The Kraken is known most in mythology as a large squid that was capable of sinking ships, although others have depicted it as a giant octopus. It has been seen in many myths and legends such as 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne, Moby Dick by Herman Melville, and The Kraken by Alfred Lord Tennyson. It has also been revived in modern culture in movies such as The Clash of the Titans and The Pirates of the Caribbean 2. This creature may be based off the Pacific octopus or giant squid, both large and powerful animals that deserve both space and respect. The fact of this creature is that it was called the Kraken. It would be a type of giant squid or octopus, and it would linger in the large oceans and has been noted to exist on paper since the 1800s. Number 6. The Gigantic Octopus. The gigantic octopus is an octopus capable of drowning ships with ease. While its existence has never been proven, some believe it to be a large cousin of the gigantic Pacific octopus, which can reach astounding lengths of over 20 feet, which is around 6 meters long. Others believe it to be its own class. Stories of these colossal creatures date back to the late 1700s, where people would find large carcasses or pieces of tentacles washed up on the beach. Some were documented to be over 30 feet long. The fact of this case is that the creature involved was known as a gigantic octopus or Octopus gigantus. The type of animal was the octopus, and it was around any ocean, and definitely prior to the 1800s. Number 5. The Megalodon. The Megalodon was a massive beast that made its relative, the great white shark, look minuscule. With the possibility of reaching up to 98 feet, which is around 30 meters, the Megalodon was almost 5 times the size of the average great white shark. Scientists believe that they ate whales, dolphins, and giant sea turtles, although anything that would fit in their mouth would have been fair game. The Megalodon was unable to sustain itself and slowly slipped away into extinction. There are some who believe that they still exist in the deepest waters, however this has not been proven. So the fact of this beast is that it was called the Megalodon, or Carcharodon megalodon. The type of animal this creature was the shark. It happened in most oceans and up to 2.6 million years ago. Number 4. The Bloop. There are many people who will argue whether bloop is a mysterious sea creature or if it is in fact the sound of ice shelf breaking off the Antarctic. Many people believe the sound was created from a very large, unknown sea beast, and many feel that the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is covering this up by saying that it is actually a simple case of ice hitting the water. Others, however, believe this to be a gigantic monster, as it is very similar to sounds made by other animals in the ocean, just much louder. Since it was so loud, several times larger than any other living animal known to exist, these people often view this as a massive squid or bottom-dwelling fish that could hide in the unexplored depths of the ocean. As much of the oceans remain essentially unexplored, many wonder and fear what is in the water, and sounds like this only ask more questions than they solve. Creature or ice, you decide. The facts of this case are that the name of the supposed creature would be Bloop, and it would of course be an unknown mysterious creature somewhere in the Pacific Ocean around 1997 when the original sound was heard. Number 3. The Jormungand Gundar. The Jormungand Gundar is a huge sea monster of Norse mythology. Considered one of the children of Loki, this creature surrounds the earth and is known as the Midgard serpent. Many times this can be seen depicted as a large serpent biting its own tail, symbolizing eternity and immortality. The Jormungand Gundar is believed to have poison in its blood, although it has no known supernatural abilities. It is said that it was cast out of Midgard, as even the mighty Odin was terrified of its enormous size and feared that it would destroy the world. It is said that Thor will battle the Jormungand Gundar at the end of the world at Ragnarok, where both will meet their doom. The facts of this case are that the creature's name is Jormungandr. It is known to be a sea serpent in the northern regions of Europe, and it is described by the early Norse mythologies. Number 2. Hydra of Lerna. The Hydra of Lerna is one of the most infamous monsters in Greek mythology. It is known for its ability to grow 2 heads in the place of where one was severed. It is also known as the guard to the underworld and as one of the labors of Hercules, the one he was accused of cheating on. The Hydra is known for having poison running through its blood, and this was blamed for turning the Angarus River's fish inedible. The Greeks also named a constellation after it, ensuring its immortality. The fact of this creature is that its name is the Hydra of Lerna. It is a type of sea serpent and it would be in and around Greece, and it has been mentioned in early Greek mythology. Finally, on to number 1, Carain Carroin. The Carain is known as one of Scotland's largest sea monsters, able to change between a small minnow-like fish and a gigantic monster that can devour 7 whales at a time. This creature was most likely based off a large aquatic dinosaur such as the Plesiosaurus, although some have wondered if it was even an aquatic dinosaur, favoring the Allonosaurus instead. The fact of this giant creature is that its name is Carain Carroin. It is a type of sea monster noted to be around Scotland and before the 1800s.